We are at the end of the NFL season, and what else can we do other than our last QB tier list of the year? We will be doing a community tier list on live today. That'll be posted at the top of this video, but you know what it is. We got MVP, top 5, top 10, good, needs to improve, bad, rookies in order, and last but not least, our favorite tier, Dak Prescott. Who's going to go in that one, I wonder? Starting with Patrick Mahomes, the best QB in the league. Now, I'm not going to put him up in MVP because y'all will cry about it. Oh, he's not the best quarterback this year. Well, when he's putting on that three-peat ring, we'll come back and we'll talk about it. I'm going to put Patrick Mahomes in top 5. This guy has lost one game this year. He's going to go into playoffs, probably cruise through the playoffs. You're going to play like the Steelers or the Chargers or the Broncos, something crazy like that, round 2. You're going to cruise through them. You're going to get a home game against Buffalo or Baltimore, probably going to cruise through them, get to the Super Bowl, probably play the Eagles or the beat-up Lions, probably cruise through them. I think Patrick Mahomes is the best QB in the league. Now, enough glazing. We're going to put him at top 5. Like I said, y'all cry if we put him at MVP. We have 3 heavy hitters off rip, by the way. Next, we have LaMarvelous Jackson. This man might be the most talented QB in the league. I mean, he can run with the best of them. He can pass with the best of them. He's got nothing but better every year he's played. This is one of my favorite QBs to watch, the most entertaining. All 3 of these guys, if you take them off their team, they're winning like 3 games. They're winning like the Ravens win 3 games without Lamar Jackson. I'm going to put him top 5. I'm going to put him above Patrick Mahomes because he's more in the MVP race. Next, we have Josh James Allen III. If you take him off the Bills, again, tell me if you've heard this, they're probably winning 3 games. This man is the Buffalo Bills. I projected them to be 3rd place in the division this year and win like 6 games. They're out here winning the division, cruising through the NFC, murking people. Now, the defense looks about how I thought it was going to look, allowing like 40 points in a game. Back-to-back games, by the way. But Josh Allen showing why he should be an absolute. But guess what? You thought I was going to put Josh Allen in MVP, but we're not going to. We're going to put him top 5, and I'm actually going to put him below LaMarvelous Jackson. Next, we have Brock Purdy. Now, I said at the beginning of the year, the 49ers were going to have an absolute fall off. They weren't going to look as good. And you can say they were battered, beat up as much. I feel like Brock Purdy underperformed. I feel like he made missed throws he typically makes. I feel like he regressed this season. I can't put him as a top 10 quarterback. I'm going to put Brock Purdy in good. Next, we have, who is this? Who is this right here? We might save him for last. Next, we have Aaron Rodgers. Now, Jets fans, tell me if you agree with this. Aaron Rodgers is going from bad. They're already talking about rumors going around. The Jets are moving on from Aaron Rodgers. They're moving on from Davante Adams. Aaron Rodgers came back and said he wants to run it back one more year, right? He wants him to put a young QB behind him so he can learn. Is Jordan Travis just not a young QB? You just weren't out there teaching Jordan Travis anything? Am I losing my mind? It's absolutely time to move on from Aaron Rodgers, and I think this might be the last year we ever see Aaron Rodgers quarterback in the NFL, unless there's some crazy, maybe you get him on the Raiders to mentor a young quarterback. I don't know. There's just not a lot of great options left for good Aaron Rodgers. Next, we have Justin Herbert. Now, I feel like his passing skills weren't on display a lot this year, mostly because they're a run team now. But I feel like when he needs to throw the ball, he can absolutely throw the ball. Look who he's out there throwing to. Quentin Johnston. Ladd McConkey's a dog. That's about all he's throwing to is Ladd McConkey. Will Dissly is solid. You got some solid wide receiver 3s out there, but you got Quentin Johnston on your team. There's not a lot you can do. I think Jay Herbo was a top 10 quarterback this year. Next, we have CJ Bernard Stroud the 7th. I really don't know if he's a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th, but I feel like he regressed this year. I feel like he took a step back. I feel like there was a sophomore slump. Was it because of the podcast? I don't know. Was it because the NFL finally got film on him and the coaching? I don't know. Was it the injuries? I don't know. Was it the O-line being decimated? I don't know. I do know that CJ Bernard Stroud took a step back this year, so I'm not going to put him in the top 10. I'm going to put him in good. Next, we have Anthony Richardson. Now, I do want to say, I feel like this season was I feel like this season was his rookie season. I feel like last season, you really can't hold that against him. Injured early. This season, he took his bruises, took his lumps, pulled himself out of the game early because he was tired. That was the first that we've ever seen before, and I can't believe he actually admitted that to the media. I don't know who was like, you know what? Go tell him that right now. That's a great idea. Whoever his media person is, you're done. You're gone. You're fired. Goodbye. I feel like there's a lot of potential to be had. I'm putting him in needs to improve. I'm not going to put him in bad because, like I said, I feel like this was his rookie season, technically, and I feel like there is a lot to improve on, but I feel like he has the attributes to improve upon them. Next, we have Will Levis. I'm going to put him in needs to improve. I'm going to put Will Levis in needs to improve. I feel like he makes stupid mistakes. I feel like that the attributes, again, are there. I feel like he just needs to keep improving and keep getting better at passing the ball. I'm not going to write him off yet because he's a young quarterback, but we're going to absolutely need to see some improvement going into next season. This guy, I need to actually add a tier. Hold on. Below good. We're going to add a tier below, and we're going to name it Fraud Alert. And we are going to put T-Law in Fraud Alert. Now, the way this team regressed was absolutely sickening. I don't know if it was because of Trevor Lawrence. I don't know if it was because of the coaching. Trevor Lawrence is officially on Fraud Alert, ladies and gentlemen. Trevor Lawrence is officially on Fraud Alert. I feel like this next season is a must have. They have to make playoffs this next season. Or, I don't know. T-Law it's just not looking great for him. Next, we have Jordan Love. How do I hate you? You lost me 2 of my fantasy seasons going to the Super Bowl because you couldn't blow out the Saints as a quarterback. Y'all went out there and ran the ball 90 times. Is this on coaching too? Yeah. Is this kind of because I had what's their Josh Jacobs too, and he didn't want to run that touchdown in? Yeah, it was a Vegas call. We get it. Y'all didn't want me to be great. We're gonna put Jordan Love top 10. Jared Goff. Now, I hate the Detroit Lions, but I'm going to start a Jared Goff chant when I need to start one. I think he's a top 5 quarterback. Yes, he's a bus driver. He's a bus driver out there protecting the ball and doing what he needs to do. You can't hold it against him that he's a system quarterback, and he's doing great in that system. Give me top 5 for Jared Goff. That really is just rounding out our top 5 because we still have an MVP spot right now there. Now, I know y'all are thinking, why is MVP not filled yet? Well, we will get there. We have another rookie quarterback. We have Caleb Williams, our first rookie quarterback off the board, just because I don't know who this is. Chat, is this JJ McCarthy? That looks like JJ McCarthy, right? I'm assuming this is JJ McCarthy. All right, well, he's going to go with is that JJ McCarthy though, or is that? All right, this is Bo Nick. All right, we're going to do all the rookies right now. All right, in order. Boom. Caleb, Bo, Jaden Daniels, Drake May. Are there any more rookie quarterbacks I'm missing? No, that looks about right. What do we think about the rookie quarterbacks? Y'all let me know down in the comments. Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Drake May, Bo Nix, Drake May, JJ McCarthy. We really didn't get to see JJ McCarthy this year, so it is what it is. Justin Fields, I'm putting him in bad. I'm putting Justin Fields in bad. He's a great running quarterback. His passing is, you know what? No, yeah, we're going to keep him in bad. His passing is abysmal. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so this one's interesting. I love some Mr. Unlimited. We're going to put Mr. Unlimited not in good, not in bad, not in Fraud Alert. We're going to put him in needs to improve because here's where Russell Wilson is at right now. I think they're doing solid. I think they need Russell Wilson to improve into good to make a good playoff run, or is he going to regress down into bad and they get rounded? I think Russell Wilson's in a great place and needs to improve. Next, we have Joseph Burrow the fourth. That's my MVP right there. That's my MVP. We're talking about guys. This team really might win 0 games if they don't have Joe Burrow. Passing for 4,000 yards, probably passing for 5,000 yards by the end of the Steelers game, probably passing for 45 touchdowns by the end of the Steelers game. This man, what he is doing on that field to will the 31st ranked defense to the playoffs and the 30th ranked O-line to the playoffs is absolutely diabolically disgusting. One quarterback ever has missed out on winning MVP throwing 45 touchdowns, and that was Drew Brees, and you know who beat him out? Aaron Rodgers, who also threw 45 touchdowns. Joe Burrow is this page's MVP. Let me know who your MVP is down in the comments. Next, we have Matty Stafford. I think he's doing good this year. I kind of want to put him down in bad. The last stretch, it hasn't been great. I feel like he's probably averaging an interception a game. You know what? What we're going to do right now, we're going to look up Matthew Stafford stats because I want to see how many INTs he has. Matthew Stafford stats. And I mean, Cooper Kupp is playing abysmal. I just want to throw that out there. I'm lying. He's not averaging an interception a game. He went on a streak of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row where he had interceptions. He kind of got that under control. 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I feel like he goes in the good category. Deshaun Watson, you're going in bad. We're not even going to talk about Deshaun Watson, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we have Jalen Hurts. I think a top 10 quarterback. I'd probably put him over Justin Herbert. His running ability is insane. His passing, when they need to pass, they can do it. I mean, the tush push. What do you want me to say about it? They're amazing at it. That's an attribute. None of these other quarterbacks are doing it like Jalen Hurts. I feel like Jalen Hurts doesn't get enough credit. Absolutely a top 10 quarterback. Danny Dimes, you're going in bad. Tua Tagovailoa. Now, this one could be controversial. Another one of those guys I'm going to put and needs to improve. And now it's not even needs to improve skill. He needs to improve his health on the gridiron. You got to count health as an attribute, right? I don't think he's good. I don't think he's bad. I think he needs to improve. Kyler Murray, you're going in bad. If this was a Call of Duty tier list, you might go in good. You look like a bad quarterback every time Call of Duty comes out. 8 touchdowns, 8 interceptions after the launch of COD. What are we doing? Lock in. You're not good at the game. The game isn't paying you. Go be a quarterback. Well, I guess technically the game is paying you now because you wanted to brag about that. Y'all memed me into a bag. We didn't meme you into a bag. We're trying to tell you, go quarterback your team, Kyler. Marvin, I know you're down there somewhere. Interception. I mean, it's embarrassing at this point. One of the Raiders quarterbacks, Gardner Minshew, you're going in bad, brother. We love you. Another Raiders quarterback, Aiden O'Connell. Now, this one's going to be interesting. I don't think he's got his fair shot. I think he's looked decent when he's on the field. I think you keep killing his confidence, taking him in, out, in, out, in, out. The coaching over on the Raiders is terrible. You got to get a new head coach. I think, do you get Aaron Rodgers and have Aiden O'Connell sit behind him here? I don't know. Aiden O'Connell might be old by then. Who knows? I don't even know how old Aiden O'Connell is. I just know, he looks like he's mid-40s, if we're going to be honest. I'm putting him in needs to improve. I feel like Aiden O'Connell can be a decent quarterback in this league. He improves, he goes up to good, or he can just move down to bad. Not a lot to talk about there. Next, we have Bryce Young. I'm a massive Bryce Young supporter. I'm glad he finally got his swag back. He's starting to improve and actually hoop again. We love to see that. His love for the game seems to be coming back. He's going and needs to improve. Okay, I'm not putting him in bad. I'm not putting him in good. Next, we have Kirk Thuggins. Kirk Thuggins, you're going in bad. Derek Carr, you're going in bad. Gina. People get mad when I put Derek Carr in bad, but he's really a bad quarterback. Y'all know that, right? Derek Carr is really a bad quarterback. I hope we can all come to an agreement on that. Derek Carr is a bad quarterback. I just don't know what to tell you. And people get mad when I say that, but he just sets his... we're not even going to get into it. Next, we have Geno Smith. I'm putting him in bad. I'm a Seahawks fan, and I'm putting him in bad. We have a problem, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 2 more quarterbacks in top 10. Are we missing QBs? All right, don't worry, guys. We found the 2 missing QBs to round out our top 10. And I can't believe they didn't have them on this list. Whoever made this list is absolutely abysmal. We have Baker Mayfield. We're putting him above Jalen Hurts. Or below Jalen Hurts. Actually, ooh. I love some Baker Mayfield, Chad. That's Bake Show. That's Bake Sale, baby. I love some Baker Mayfield. He's out there leading one of the top offenses in the league, and you love to see it. Speaking of guys leading one of the top offenses in the league, we're talking Justin Jefferson. We're talking Jordan Addison. We're talking TJ Hawkinson. We're talking Aaron Jones. Give me Sam Darnold. And that rounds out our top 10, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad. I was like, why can I not find what two QBs are missing? This concludes our 2024-2025 NFL QB tier list end of season rankings. This was our community made tier list. It's kinda comparable. They might have scuffed it. I don't know. We'll find out later today. But let me know what quarterbacks you think are too high, too low, what quarterbacks should be in the top 10, and what quarterbacks should be out of the top 10 down in the comments. Don't forget, like and follow.